All right, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honor to the apostles and the elders, and salutations to you brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will focus on Bill O'Reilly's excerpts.
Tonight. Factor tip of the day. As we mentioned, Talking Points memo, Michelle Obama referenced slaves building the White House and referring to the evolution of America in a positive way. It was a positive comment. The history behind her remark is fascinating. George Washington selected the site in 1791 and as president laid the cornerstone in 1792. Washington was then running the country out of Philadelphia. Slaves did
look at this devil throw 666
of the White House. Records show about 400 payments made to slave masters between 795 and 1801. In addition, free blacks, whites, and immigrants also worked on the massive building. There were no illegal immigrants at that time. If you could make it here, you could stay here. In 1800, President John Adams took up residence in what was then called the Executive Mansion. It was only later on they named it the White House. But Adams was in there with Abigail, and they were still hammering nails. The construction was still going on. Slaves that worked there were well fed and had decent lodgings provided by the government, which stopped hiring slave labor in 1802. However, the feds did.
All right. So at this present moment, we are still enslaved to Esau. You know, today's yokes and bonds are his birth certificates, his social security numbers, driver license, any binding contract. That's how you remain enslaved to Esau and within his system, okay? So, even to work in a profession, you're going to need a certain license. To travel the world, you're going to need a passport, man. Only you 2/3 niggas will actually believe that you are free this present moment. Let's get into the scripture. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man, and who is the righteous man? Beginning with the apostles and the elders of GMS, and any other camp, or any other person, or any man within GMS that teaches the truth in all sincerity without any guile, stand in great boldness. And where will this take place? On the highways and the byways, in the street, okay, the agora, before the face of such as have afflicted him. And who has afflicted us? Esau. He's the captain of doing this shit along with his dogs via the other nations, and made no account of his labors. And you just witnessed Bill O'Reilly state that the slaves that were in the White House were well fed and had decent lodging. Death to America. With that, I hope you're edified. Shalom.